What up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sass Girl, and today I'm going to be doing a 50 random facts video. So that basically means you're going to be learning so much stuff about me that even I'm kind of excited, nervous to even tell you guys about it, but I'm okay with that. Here's the thing. I tried recording this on my computer, but my camera decides to keep shutting off, so I'm recording on my cell phone, and this is way better quality than my fucking laptop. So, hopefully this phone does not shut off on me. Anyway, okay. Fact number 1, and I'm looking at this at my laptop. I had to email this to myself. Fact number 1, my parents and I don't have the same eye color. Meaning, well, I don't even know how it was possible. My parents believe it's because of my DNA that we recently found out about almost a year ago. I am British, I am Welsh, I am Irish, I am Scottish, I'm Norwegian, Northwestern European. I'm a lot of stuff now. And my parents believe my blood just showed up in my eyes. My eyes are a hazel gold kind of color. My parents are both dark brown-eyed. But we definitely do look hella similar. Apparently to my mom, I'm more similar to my father. Which, wow. It's a big wow kind of factor. Alright, fact number 2. My first pet's name was Tank, and he was a golden retriever. I have some memories about Tank. Some of them I do remember, but oh my god. I remember digging in his dog food bowl, digging out all of his food, and he would just sit right next to me, being so patient. He loved me as a kid. I asked my mom what happened to him because I obviously don't have any more memories of him, and she says that he died from a twisted stomach, which, of course, it's sad, but I still miss him, even though I barely have any memories. Alright, fact number 3. I am terrified of snakes. That is no joke. Just like everyone else in the world, I am terrified of snakes. I don't like them. The reason being is because as a kid, I was looking at we were at my parents' friend's house. I was looking at their pet mouse in a tank, and then I was looking at the turtle. Then I went back to the mouse. Next thing I know, I see a snake head fall to the ground, and I followed its body up, and it was around. Its entire body was wrapped up in this boy's arms. It was my parents' friend's son, and I got so terrified, I screamed and bawled desperately, just saying, "Daddy, please get me away from it," because I was so scared of that snake. But he eventually got me to calm down, put me out in the backyard, and I couldn't even go in the pool because I was out there playing in the pool, and now I can't go in there because I was afraid that snake was going to go in there. I was a baby. Alright, fact number 4. This one's a bit personal, but I decided to share it with you because there's no telling if anyone else in this world has the same problem as me. I am a slow learner, meaning I can comprehend things very slowly. It'll take my brain a while to comprehend what something is. Like, for example, credit cards. I have no idea how a credit card works. I do now, because thanks to my husband and my mom, I now know. But it took me months, I guess almost a year, to comprehend what a credit card was. I even looked it up. I still had no idea. Yeah, I didn't even know what sex was. That took a very long time to figure out what the fuck. And no, my parents did not give me the birds and the bees thing. They didn't tell me anything. I just figured it out, like, throughout movies that show sex scenes. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? Oh my god. But, yeah, with me being a slow learner, it just comes to the point where I'm just like, what's going on? Hi, Precious. Meet Burn, everyone. If you remember, we're meeting her. Hey, baby. Yeah. I was at first afraid that my husband would not accept the fact or like the fact that I'm a slow learner. Sometimes it bugs a few people that I don't get things straight away. And even bugs some of my teachers. We'll get to that later. It's on my list. Because I knew I had to talk about this part. But, yeah. I had a dog and she had... Wait. I almost forgot to say the number. Fun fact number 5. I had a dog and she had 8 puppies. She had a total of 8 puppies. 5 girls, 3 boys. One of the boys we still have. He's still roaming around. He's 11 years old. And I still cannot believe my beautiful baby girl and my dad's dog, my brother, yeah, had 8 puppies. That's crazy. Yeah, I was your sister. Yeah, I'm technically mixed. That's the dog that we have. I'm technically his grandma and aunt, I think. Yeah. She just wants attention. Yeah, I still remember their names. For the girls, Bruno, Melanie, Hannah, Blair, and Maddie. Hopefully that's 5, because, yeah, it's probably 5. And the boys, Shotgun, Justin, and Mick. And, of course, Mick, we kept. Alright. Fact number 6. My mom watched our dog die from the kitchen window. Yeah. This was when Mick's father, Rocky, was 5 years old. And Mick was only a couple years... I think he was I don't know how old Mick was around this time. But, I do know I was young, maybe 10. My mom, I was in my room playing with a dollhouse I got for Christmas, and then my mom calls me in the kitchen and tells me that Rocky passed. She saw him fall to the ground and take his last breath. Rocky died from worms. We had a porch. Like, he and the rest of the dogs and his sons and daughters would stay on the porch during the winter. We don't let them in because they would just turn out to pee on the floor. But we give them very hot water, and they would drink out of that so that way to warm their stomachs. We even warm up their food and give them heat lamps, and they loved that heat lamp. They even loved the blankets we gave them, even though they tore them up. But the fucking birds would keep pooping in their food, and we had to make sure all of them were disinfected. But Rocky got the worst. He was getting bony, and it did not help that we had ticks during the summer. And the ticks sucked his blood so much, his gums were white. Like snow. Like, that white. That fucking white. And that was scary. It really wrecked my heart to see Rocky slowly die, even though he tried so hard to save him. It was too late one day. It really sucked because I lost the father of my nephew/grandson. It really sucked. Oh my god. I still miss Rocky. I'm just glad that I still have his son on what we call Crazy Hill. And he has Bryn to play with. He has the other dogs that are here on this land. Whatever. Fact number 7. I didn't start reading until I was 15 years old. Mostly because I hated books. I hated reading because it was so boring. What was the point? That was, of course, every kid's reaction to books at the time. So I started reading books At 15, after I saw an ad, after reading an ad, and it said Ice Kiss will be coming out soon, and I was just like, what's Ice Kiss? And I thought it was about a chick who had ice powers. No. I found that book in the book at Walmart, of all places, and I found the other book that went with it, and I fell in love with both of them. They were both, the first book was called Frostfire, the second one was called Ice Kiss, and the third one was called Crystal Kingdom. And I was waiting for Crystal Kingdom to come out for months. And I really love those stories, and I found out I was interested in romance, fantasy, and adventures in books, I mean. And that's where Bryn got her name. The main character in the book is named Bryn, so I named her after her. And I even named my turtle after her tribe, Skolyara. Alright. Yeah, I cannot stop reading now. I have so many books, it's ridiculous. You can look at my book video. Fuck my language. Oh my god, that's my husband in the other room. Alright, fact number 8. I was born in Texas. I'm here currently because this is where I was born. I love it here, to be honest. The food's good. It's just steaks don't really agree with me right now. Alright, fact number 9. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. My oldest sister, my brother, and my middle sister. I'm 7 years younger than my oldest, 6 years younger than my brother, and 5 years younger than my middle sister. I'm 4 years younger than my husband. But, yeah. My parents, along with my brother and middle sister, they all wanted a boy when my parents found out they were pregnant. But my oldest sister wanted a sister. Wanted a girl. And I showed up, and everyone's just like, we still love her. What is with you and all the Levins? You're cute, though. Alright, fact number 10. This one's also a bit personal. I was in special needs program my whole life. Meaning, the special needs program is for kids who have certain disabilities. Like, who can't hardly see right. Like, I had a classmate who can see, it's just she can only see straight in front of her, not on her side. So you would either have to tap her shoulder and say who you are and tell her which direction you are so that way she can see you. And she sees colors in a different way. And so she was in a special needs program. And we even had to remove the flooring for her to see. I still miss her sometimes. Me being a slow learner, I also had a trouble with panic attacks. I just called them attacks nowadays. Meaning if I see or hear, like if I hear a rude voice and it's towards me and someone's yelling at me, blaming something to me, I looked this up. And apparently the internet calls it amygdala hijack, meaning the brain shuts down. The brain just shuts down. And all you have as emotions is panic. But recently, I had a customer who got so mad, I didn't go into shutdown mode. I just stood there, just calm, and then I just went to my assistant manager, told him what was going on, and went back doing my job. He acted like nothing happened, but at the same time, I was like, I actually didn't have an attack this time. Fuck yeah! I was so proud of myself. Yeah, Mommy's so proud of herself, Bryn. Alright. I was put in fact number 11. I was put in a program on how to speak properly in 2nd grade. Because my parents thought I was so shy, I could hardly speak. And it wasn't because of, like, they just thought I had speaking issues. That's it. I'm going to explain more. It's in 2 other facts. Fact number 12. Turns out I did not have speaking issues. That's where fact number 13 comes in. I had a bad overbite. That was the reason why I had speaking issues. It wasn't because I was shy or anything. I was shy as a kid, but I would always try and speak and pronunciate because my parents would always ask me time and time again to repeat myself. But it turned out when I moved here, back to my hometown, I went to the dentist and in 6th grade, went to the dentist and they said, she has a really bad overbite. And apparently this is how bad it is. My dad's got fat fingers. He can stick his thumb underneath my, this is how bad it was. This is my upper jaw. This is my upper jaw. This is my bottom jaw. This is how bad it was. This is how separate it was. And my dad was able to stick his thumb right there just to test to see how bad it was. And apparently that's why I couldn't speak properly. It's mostly because I had a bad overbite. And of course I went through so much pain and my parents went through so much money to fix my mouth. I'm not going to say how much it costed, but I went through hell with my teeth. But they're better now. I just have to wear a retainer every now and then. Alright. Fun fact number 14. I love blueberry muffins. I'm so in love with blueberry muffins. I don't know what it is. They just taste delicious. I just remember watching Naomi King's how she made her vegan blueberry videos. I didn't eat blueberry muffins. I just ate the ones that you just add water or milk into and they're done. I ate those and I was so in love. I could not stop eating some for a year. I still eat some here now and then. Fact number 15. Always use words I heard in movies as a kid. I always, whenever I heard a cool line as a kid, I would always use that to my classmates. And I loved it. But this next fact got me in trouble, even though I didn't say it. But someone I thought was my friend told my teacher that I said something. And I didn't. I don't even remember saying it. But I know I didn't. Fact number 16. A girl told my teacher I cursed, but I didn't. I was friends with this chick, and she told my teacher I called her a bitch. I did not, because I didn't even know what bitch was until I was older. That next fact is coming up later. I was so mad, and the worst part was my teacher didn't believe me. She didn't believe me at all. You really want to go out and see your father? I'm not opening that door. Yeah, I never said the word bitch, and apparently that word got to my parents. And I told them myself, I didn't call her a bitch. I didn't. I swore on my life I didn't. If I did, I would have remembered. But I don't. And I know I didn't, because I know I was better than that. Yeah. Fact number 17. I've been drawing since I was born. I'm an artist. I've been in art class so many times in high school. I'm still doing artwork, and my father-in-law got me an art kit for Christmas recently, and I still love it. I'm using it. It's just hard to come up with good ideas because as an artist, you don't want to fuck up a really good looking piece of paper. You just want good artwork on it, but you fuck up so easily because you overthink it. Alright. Fact number 18. I was inspired to draw because of my brother. My brother, my only biological brother, was drawing all the time when I was a kid. And my mom was a bit of an artist herself, so I got so interested in drawing, I started drawing right away. And I enjoyed it because I got to draw pictures, even though they weren't good. I enjoy it now. My drawings are a bit better now. I didn't start doing it again until 7th or 8th grade, when I started creating my books. Look at how cute you are in the camera. Look how cute you are. Fact number 19. This also involves my brother. My brother thought I didn't like him. Throughout my childhood, it was a hit and miss. Apparently people thought my relationship with my brother was a hit and miss. We got along and then we fought. But the reason being was because I was told this when my brother was going to college. He said he bought, because all the time, he does this all the time, but he stopped because, of course, I got older. He would buy me toys all the time. He would get his money and buy me toys. Until when I was with him to help him move to college, he admitted that he only got me those toys because he thought I didn't like him. Because as a kid, I only hung out with my sisters. And it wasn't true at all. I didn't dislike my brother. I loved him. It's just I was interested in my sisters a bit more. But my brother and I always had stuff in common. We would play Pokemon. We would play Yu-Gi-Oh! We'd watch Pokemon shows together. And we would all even draw together. There was some common stuff that we were really interested in and that we found in common. I just felt bad, and I feel like I need to be a better sister to him to make up for what I treated him as a kid. But I told him that recently at my wedding shower, and he said, you do realize I already know that you love me so much. You don't have to try and be better to tell me that you love me. I already know that you love me so much. I text him every now and then to let him know I love him and his wife and their son. Yeah. I try my best to make up for it. Random fact number 20. I always looked up to my older sister. Our older sister. I'm not saying her name for private reasons because I love her so much, but also for private reasons. But I've always admired her because she did such cool things. She was a cheerleader. I think she's on cross country. And I admired that so much about her. She was on volleyball and she wore makeup. She was a gorgeous woman. She's still gorgeous. My sister is hot as fuck. You can ask my coworkers because most of my coworkers are men. And they met my sister and they go, "That's your sister? I thought that was your mother." My mother was standing right next to her. They even found my sister very hot, so I was just like, oh god. But I looked up to her because she's accomplished so much. She's still accomplishing so much, and I got so jealous of it. But I always get reminded from not just my family, but from my husband saying, I don't need to be jealous of my sister. I've already accomplished so much. I got through high school for my learning. I got a great job, and I got promoted 4 times, and that's fucking amazing. I got an amazing husband out of high school, and I got this cutie, and I look forward to having a child one of these days, not now. Hey, you just want lovies. Yeah, I got this beautiful, I got my turtle, I got my family, I got my dogs that are roaming around outside. So I consider myself very lucky. I need to scroll up. This is a big list. Random fact number 21. My second sister and I's, we had a thing where we punch and fight each other. And before you say anything, no, we did not hate each other. This was our thing. This has been a thing since I was a baby, since I was born. We would hit each other and we would fight. Nowadays, it's still we punch each other, we wrestle, we also swear at each other so much. Again, we don't hate each other. This has been our thing. Even my aunt, my dad's sister, asked if we hated each other, and I said, no, this has been our thing. Even my husband at one point thought we hated each other. But we do tell each other that we do love one another very much. It's just we have a different way of saying it. Instead of just saying it out loud, instead of just saying I love you, it's more of a fuck you, I love you kind of deal. But yeah, oh my god, I love her so much. She even raised a beautiful son. Can this cable reach? Yes, it can. Sorry, my phone needs charging. Hopefully it doesn't die. Alright. Random fact number 22. My siblings and I always surprise people with who we look like and who we sound like. I need to explain this one because this is also personal. My siblings and I are half siblings. My oldest sister and brother, we share a mother. My middle sister and I, the one that I fight with, we share a dad. So we're basically half siblings. And we don't treat each other as half siblings, even though they treat each other. They have respect for each other. They get along well. One of them bumps heads with the other. But even though they're step siblings, they don't care about that. They still love each other, and plus they share me by blood. So we don't call each other half siblings. And the reason why I say that, we look like we shock people by the way we look and by the way we say things, is because my oldest sister and I have brown hair and brown eyes. Well, hazel. Because of our mother. And everyone will always say, oh my god, you guys look so alike. And I'm like, yeah, it's because we're sisters. And also because we share our mother. And whenever they would see my brother and my middle sister, they would go, y'all look nothing alike. Because my brother, I'm going to remind you, my brother's from my mom. He was born with blonde eyes. No, he was born with blonde hair and blue eyes from his father. My middle sister, same thing. She's blonde hair and blue-eyed as well from her mother. But my brother and my middle sister, here's me, we sound, at some point, we can sound alike. My brother and I can sound, my brother and I can sound alike. We would sound like our mother. But when me and my middle sister are together, we sound like our father. And that shocks people because even though we don't look alike, we sound alike. Because we sound like our parents. But again, we don't treat each other as half siblings or step siblings. We treat each other as siblings. That's how it should be. And I enjoy it because I love my siblings so much. Even though they can sometimes be a pain in the ass to me. And I could be a pain in the ass to them. So, it's a back and forth thing. I talk too much about my siblings. Alright. Fact number 23. My first instrument I've ever played was a recorder. And this was in the 3rd grade. When I first moved here, I played the recorder. And plus, it was kind of a requirement that we played it. It was fun. I think I still have it. But, yeah. It was fun until it lasted. Fact number 24. I started playing a real instrument in 6th grade. This was when, in 6th grade, they give you the option of being in a school band. And you can pick any instrument, a real instrument. And I played the French horn from 6th grade to 12th grade. So I think I was playing for about 6 years, if I'm doing the math correctly. Yeah, I am. I was playing the French horn for 6 years, and that involved being in a marching band in freshman year, even though I had no idea what was happening. Yeah. So all my time and energy was spent in marching and playing my instrument. Oh my god, it was so much fun. Hi. Hey, baby. She's so extra right now because she loves me. Alright. Fun fact, random fact number 25. I always talked to cartoon characters as a kid. Mostly because I just felt like it just felt good talking, even though I'm talking to a nothing. I just spoke to my favorite cartoon characters, like, for example, and then Eddie characters. I would speak to the three main characters, Ed, Double D, and Eddie. I would speak to them all the time and act like I was friends with them. Heck, I would even talk to the kangaroos and say, grow the fuck up. I would say grow up in my head, even though they were 12 years old in the show. Except for Ed. I think Ed was 13. Yeah, that was odd. Alright. Random fact number 26. I did not know what swear words were until I was 10. I would always hear my parents curse, but I would never swear, even though I would let it slip a few times on accident. This leads to fact number 27. I didn't start swearing until I was 16. And boy, did I swear! Could I curse? Oh my god. You can ask my coworkers. My coworkers believe that they corrupted me because I swear so much now. I would go, no, which is because I watched a lot of YouTube videos and my parents swore, mostly my dad. My mom hardly says fuck. My husband swears like a sailor half the time, even in Spanish. But, yeah. Alright, this one's another personal thing that y'all don't even know about me, but I'm not going to show you it. Random fact number 28. I have a birthmark on my back. I'm not ashamed of that. I was self-conscious of it, and I didn't even know it was there. My dad pointed it out while we were swimming in a river with my family, and he pointed it out that it's on my back. I think it's on the side. I lose track of where it is sometimes. But it's on my back behind my shoulder blade. It just looks like a small blob with dark brown dots. And apparently, when I was at my sister's college graduation, my second cousin and my nana saw it and thought I had a skin condition and told me to go to a doctor. And I told them it was a birthmark. They didn't even know I had it. Oh my fucking god. But I forgive them now. I'm no longer self-conscious of it. People do see it, but I don't care. They can go suck my dick if they feel uncomfortable. Heck, some people can have it on the back of their legs, or on their face, or on their neck. Wherever a birthmark can show. Alright. Fact number 29. I've been in love with color ever since I was a kid. And that shows on my cropped jacket. My sister gave this to me for Christmas because she knows how much I love color. She said it would go with me. And colored hair. So, yeah. I love color. It even shows up through my makeup sometimes. Sometimes. A lot. Random fact number 30. I had highlights in the 7th grade. My sister talked me into getting highlights, blonde highlights in my hair. And I enjoyed it. And that's where I discovered the world of dyes. Hair dyes, I mean. Fact number 31. My first color hair was blue, and I was 16. I didn't dye my entire head blue, but I still have the hair dye. It was Rockabilly Blue from Manic Panic. Back when I loved color, back when I loved the color blue. And I just really loved the color. It was here, and it was underneath my hair. But and then it went to purple, and then it both blue and purple, and then I stopped because of school. And yeah, I loved color. That's why when I graduated, I was so happy to finally dye my hair. Here's another one. Random fact number 32. I have a scar at the corner of my left eye. That is a true fact. I have a scar. It's hidden underneath the eyeshadow, obviously, and eyeliner. I have a scar right here. And I've had that ever since I was 3, I think. I do know I was a child, and I was going through a preschool where I had my first mean teacher. And this was the teacher that locked me in the bathroom for wetting myself during nap time, and that hit me that slapped me in the head and hit me in the head with a bottle. Yeah, that happened. So no, she didn't cause this. I was sitting on a suitcase thinking it was a smart idea to balance while sitting on it. And I was sitting right next to a window. You know those locks that lock your window shut? Well, my eye hit it. I fell and hit the thing. The thing was my window was not locked. It was unlocked, and I hit the lock at the corner of my eye. Didn't break the skin. There was no blood. But I still got a scar out of it. And it drove, even I started asking my mom that question. So if the skin never broke and I never bled, why do I still have that scar? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 visible scars. I have one at the bottom of my top lip here. Don't know where that came from. Yeah. That happened. And I was an idiot. I was a kid. Why? Alright. I'm saying alright way too much. Sorry. Number 33. I have a very strong sweet tooth. Whenever I see a cupcake or a cake, a lollipop, bubblegum, I will eat that because I cannot help the fact that I got a sweet tooth. Blueberry muffins is really good because it has some sweetness to it, and I love it. I would eat anything that has a bit of sweetness in it. Random fact number 34. My oldest sister and I look very similar. I just mentioned this because we share a mother. We act the same a lot. What? I already mentioned this. And it's true. Random fact number 35. My brother and middle sister and I don't look alike until we start talking. My brother and I sound like our mother, and my middle sister and I sound like our father. And whenever me and my middle sister and I are in the same room with our father, we start hitting each other. And no, half the time we'll start hitting each other. Sometimes. But we start swearing and yelling. Yelling at each other right in front of our father, even though I try so hard not to drop an F-bomb in front of him. Because he says, I don't want to hear an F-bomb out of my beautiful girl's face. And I'm just like, Dad! But I respect his wishes, so I don't say fuck right in front of him. And I hope he doesn't watch my videos, because he knows I'm going to say fuck a lot. What? This is not me forcing her to do this. She does this herself. Alright. This one's another this is a little personal in my personal life. Random fact number 36. I met my husband at the age of 14. It was when I first started freshman year. I was nervous, but after a couple of weeks in September, I think, I was at my locker, and this